All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, this is a special edition of Power Connections with Kevin Vaughan. And man, I am so excited about having my wonderful guest today, Mr. Donald Morton. How you doing, Brother Donald? How's it going, bro?
Man, it's a good day. If it were any better, I'd pinch myself and see if I
Yes,
was
sir.
still alive. It's a
Yes,
good
sir.
day.
Yeah, absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, we trust that you're having a great day. Those listening live right now, those listening later on, understand if you're hearing this, Brother Morton, if they're hearing this, you just need to be excited about that. If you're seeing this, be excited about that because your life is still here and we are excited about that as well. And guys, this is going to be good. We're going to be talking to Brother Donald about ReManned. This is part of the Men Let's Talk Network. We're going to be doing some collaborations and some helping of men all across the globe, families across the globe, and I just can't wait to learn more about him. But guys, we're going to read his bio in a little bit, but I do thank you guys for listening right now. Hey, Brother Donald, as you know, even as we speak, man, some stuff is happening, man, around the globe. And I always like to hear from my guests to say a few words of empowerment, encouragement, anything from your wonderful mind and heart today, man, you'd like to share with the people. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity, man. To be quite frank with you, I don't
Yeah,
spend a lot of time.
yeah.
I used to, but I don't spend a
Mm-hmm,
lot of
mm-hmm,
time really looking
mm-hmm.
at the news and things that are
Right,
really
right.
happening.
Yeah,
What I am genuinely focused on is the fact that whatever is happening in the news,
yeah,
that we have been empowered to
yeah,
make sure that we reach an expected end, right? So
yeah,
for every brother that is watching, that
yeah.
is having questions about whether or not he's going to make it, or whether
Right.
or not he's going to be able to survive, whether or not he's going to be able to be successful, those
Yeah,
brothers that are entering and have been in dark spaces for quite a period
right.
of time.
Yeah.
The truth is that all of us have to go through a period of darkness in order to be able to see light,
Mm-hmm.
right? You
Mm-hmm.
cannot
Yes.
experience light without having to face the darkest, most shadowy parts of our lives, right? And so
Right.
the truth of the matter is brothers win. We
Yeah.
win at the
Right.
end. All we've got to do is follow the process, honor the
Yeah.
process, and then the
Right.
promise is inevitable.
Absolutely. Oh, I love it, man. That's it right there, guys. You heard it from Brother Donald Morton, ladies and gentlemen. He is CEO and founder and the creator of ReManned. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Guys, what a powerful, I love that name, man. I know you got that trademark and everything
I
as
do.
well. Yeah, praise God for that, man. I love it. So, guys, we're here for you today. One of our goals, Brother Morton, is to work with men and encourage and empower and mentor and all the above men all across the globe. And we know that we're in a different category, okay? And our goal is to win. Our goal is to empower. Our goal is to also dominate. We're supposed to dominate the planet, folks.
Absolutely.
And that's one thing I had to do, though, Brother Donald, I had to learn what that meant, though. As a
Yeah.
man, for me, I had to learn, okay, that's wonderful, but how do I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
part. So that's what we're all about today. So I think that's what it's all about today as well. We'll talk more about that with Brother Morton in a minute. But guys, I got to give him his props because he gave me some time today on the network. This is Mr. Donald Morton, ladies and gentlemen. He is CEO and founder of ReManned. ReManned was born, ladies and gentlemen, in 2019 out of the vision shared by four men. I love it. We got to hear about the other brothers too. Four men who refused to accept mediocrity. I love it, man. I love it. They sought to build thriving businesses, cultivate healthy relationships, ladies and gentlemen, and excel in their personal lives, all while facing unique challenges. Because we still got to live, Brother Morton. We still got to do stuff in the midst of doing everything else. It's amazing how that works, man. While facing unique challenges that come up from being a Black businessman with families. Amen. It all started in Wilmington, Delaware, ladies and gentlemen, the business capital of the country. A place represents both opportunity and struggle. We recognize that while being Black men, have always been brilliant and strong. That is a fact in history. Folks, do your history, do your homework. Matter of fact, one thing, I'll pause here for a minute, Brother Donald, but one thing I love about history is all the Black inventors. Everything
Hmm.
that we invented, man, came from a
Hmm.
brilliant Black woman or a Black man. So get excited about that. Do your homework, folks, about that. And I understand now why they don't share everything in school now with us because they don't want us to know the
Yeah,
truth.
that's right.
Just incredible. Often they find, and we recognize that while Black men have always been brilliant and strong, they've often been denied, that we just talked about that, the support systems that others take for granted, amen, or have stole, I'm going to put that in there, or have stole or took away from us
Mhm.
for whatever reason. So don't get me on that tangent today, Brother Donald. At ReManned, we want you to know that the challenges that you face aren't your fault. Guys, we're talking to you today, but it is your responsibility to rise above them. That part right there. No one is coming to save you, amen, but you have the power to save yourself. We've spent years perfecting the signature science designed to help Black businessmen like you master it all, amen. Through countless iterations, ladies and gentlemen, investing in thousands of dollars and dedicating hours upon hours of refining the process, we've developed a system that has transformed the lives of thousands of men around the world. Hallelujah, man, for that. Our work has made such an impact that June 1st has been recognized as ReManned Day in the state of Delaware. Congratulations on that, my brother.
Amen.
Congratulations. As a coaching and consulting firm, we specialize in transforming the character of businessmen and families and the institution that shapes their lives, ensuring that you have the tools and strategies, ladies and gentlemen, you need to dominate every aspect of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, again, welcome Mr. Donald Morton to the Power Connections Network. ReManned is his style, is his brand. And thank you so much again, Brother Morton, for that. Wow.
Thank you for
Powerful.
having me, man.
Amen. Well, tell you what, let's talk about your journey a little bit, about you, your journey up to where we're at today, if you don't mind. And
Sure.
then, if you don't mind, get into what you guys, your mission, your goals, your purpose, and anything you want to share. I want to give you most of the mic today, my friend.
Thank you, man. Again, thank you for holding space for another man. And I say
Yes,
that
sir.
intentionally because we live in a society
Yeah.
that does not do that well,
Yeah.
hold space for men. We
Right.
live in a society that historically has created spaces for women,
Yeah.
particularly contemporary history, right? Has
Right.
created
Yeah.
spaces for
Yeah. Yes, sir.
women, and rightfully so. Our women have been denied um, um, the things that were necessary for them to rise. And
Right.
so on this March, which is Women's History Month, I want to celebrate every sister who is
Yeah. Yeah.
doing um, the work that they're doing in phenomenal, phenomenal ways. So I want to
Yeah.
make sure
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
celebrate our sisters.
Yes, sir.
At the same time, I want to make sure that we understand that a part of what this country and this world has done in an effort to kind of right the wrongs of history
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
is kind of overcorrected itself.
Yeah.
And in overcorrecting itself and making sure that women feel safe and women feel heard and women feel protected, we have exposed Black men in particular in a way that makes us now, many would argue, but I've got the data, that
Yeah.
we are now the single most vulnerable population on the planet. And we're
Mm.
the most vulnerable population on the planet, bruh, because not only do we deal with challenges of everyday life, not only have we been relegated to the margins, but
Right.
there are no support systems for us. So,
Right.
because there are no support systems for us, we live in a society in America that says just lock them up, throw away the key,
Right.
and
Right.
make sure that they're out of the way so that the rest of the country can do what it's supposed to do. The challenge with that is when you lock up Black men and you throw away the key,
Right.
you lock up a significant, brilliant populace of the planet that has a way to contribute.
Mm-hmm.
We've made significant mistakes. I am one of them who has made significant mistakes. But being able to get beyond the mistakes and able to contribute to society is always has been my goal, and it is my goal to make sure that I help every single man do the same. Life is not without struggle. We
right.
both know that life is not without struggle. It is not without challenge. It is not without stress. It is not without mistake. And while we cannot control the
Mhm.
things that happen to us, we
Yeah.
can control our response to those areas, right? And so, what I'd like to talk about today is we have several programs in ReManned, but what you and
Yeah.
I hope will focus on today
Yes,
is
sir.
justice involved, justice impacted
Hmm.
population of our society, because ReManned works with married businessmen with families, including those that are rebuilding their lives after incarceration. We
Hmm.
work with them to lock in identity and purpose, expand their capacity under pressure, and to develop mastery across life, leadership, and legacy. And
Yes,
the
sir.
reason why that's important is while our society says lock them up, throw them
Right.
away
Right.
after mistakes, remain says it's all in the name, right? Let's
Yeah.
remain them. Let's
Right. Right.
restore them. Let's
Right.
rehabilitate them.
Yeah.
Um, and let's transform them. Let's reform them. Our justice system to date, bruh, does not do that. Our
Right.
justice system to
Right.
date has become um, masterful at punitive
Yeah.
um, elements of justice, but it
Yes, sir.
has not been
Right.
what it calls itself, and that is a place of rehabilitation. It hasn't
Right.
become that, right? So we've
Right.
decided to do the work of making sure
Yeah.
that justice impacted, justice
Yeah.
involved males that are
Right.
married businessmen. And let me also say this, man.
Yeah.
Um, Years ago, probably about 15, 20 years ago, I met with then the Newcastle County government in the state of Delaware. And we were talking
Hmm.
about
Hmm.
guys that had made a mistake,
Right.
made a decision,
Right.
and that decision led them to go to jail.
Right.
Many of them were guys who were selling drugs,
Right.
guys who, were kingpins. These were
Right.
major guys, right?
Right.
And so one of the persons in county government, and I won't say her name, but she
Right.
said, I said to them, I said, these are businessmen.
Right.
These aren't just thugs. These are
Right.
businessmen.
Right.
And if you give them a different product, right? We
Hmm.
none of us like the product. I
Right.
don't like the product that you
Right.
sell to my
Right.
sister, to my brother, to my
Right.
nephews, to my mom, to
That's right.
my father. I don't like the product, but I do recognize the brilliance and skill of those men who are businessmen. And that
Hmm.
lady said to me, they're not businessmen. I said,
Right.
if you give these same guys a different product, and we at
Right.
that time it was about real estate development. It was
Right.
about buying and flipping houses, right? It was
Yeah.
about those
Right.
kinds of things.
Right.
I said, if you give them the skill set to be able to do that, then they can take their natural skill set at marketing, their natural
Yeah.
skill set at sales, their
Yeah.
natural skill set at team building, which both
Right.
you and I know
Right.
that's all business is. It
Yep.
is the ability to market, it is the
Yep.
ability to close, and it is the
Right.
ability to lead,
Right.
right? So when we give them that skill set with another product, then they will make their ways prosperous. And
Right.
so that's what I believe we are called to do with Remain. Businessmen are not just white suited gentlemen who sit
No.
behind a desk like you and I do, having
That's
a
right.
conversation like you and I are having.
Yes.
Businessmen are behind the walls of justice involved institutions across the country,
Yeah.
locking up dreams of men who would otherwise be out making
Right.
$1.15 for their families, right?
Right.
And
Right.
so in the Hebrew, the word businessman is also noted a man of faith. It takes responsibility, faith, and belief in oneself to be able
Mm-hmm.
to execute a plan and do it
Hmm.
incredibly well. So
Hmm.
while we have a number of different programs in Remand, we work with high-end individuals, guys that are
Yeah.
uh, TV personalities and guys who own seven-figure businesses
Yeah.
and companies and athletes. We work with the gamut, right?
Yeah. Right.
What we also work with, though, is the guy that most of society would have thrown away because he is equal to the
Right.
guy that is at the high end. There's
Right.
no difference in Remand.
Right.
And so hopefully today you and I will be able to unpack the
Yeah.
trauma and
Yeah.
travesties that are going on beyond the walls of
Mhm.
institutions,
Mhm.
so that we can reach that man, pull him up, and make him a productive member of society.
Oh, that's powerful, man. I love it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor of having Mr. Donald Morton here, ladies and gentlemen, CEO and founder of ReManned, along with his colleagues there as well and his wonderful founders. And he's talking about some great stuff. Now, please understand, ladies and gentlemen, that men all across the globe, we do not condone any of the evils and the negative that he mentioned, we mentioned earlier. We do not condone any of that. We're looking at the business side of what people are doing. And I wrote down while you was talking, Brother Morton, the reason why is because we want to have income. We want to have money, right? And we also want to take care of me. In some cases, they're taking care of their family. Now, we got some
Absolutely.
guys doing some bad stuff that's still taking care of their families, right?
Absolutely.
But you're just doing it in a way that's unacceptable to most societies around the world, I would say, to keep it simple, okay, as well. So I think part of that with men too, as well, Brother Donald, and you help me out here, is that we didn't have the opportunity to go the path that we should. It could have been aerospace, right? It could have been building a missile, right? It could have been building a new car or working on, working in a car factory or whatever. We just didn't have those, or even just starting our own business. They didn't even want us to start our own business in some cases for whatever reasons. Lost our application on purpose, that type of thing. So all those areas, and when a man says, "Wait, you didn't give me opportunity," I'm going to start doing something. And it may not be the right thing, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm going to do something because I will not be denied what I'm supposed to be doing because it's something inherent in us that we must do something. Brother Morton, as you know, we as a man, we must do something. It may not be always the right choice, but we did something. But we're not condoning what was been done. But again, the drive is still there, Brother Morton. Does that make sense based on the data?
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
It makes perfect sense. And
yeah,
let me push a little bit because
yeah,
I think your statement at the front end of it, that neither
yeah.
you or I are
Right,
condoning
right,
the evils
right.
that men do.
Yeah,
At the same time, I understand them, to
right.
your point, because
Yeah,
of the denials, in a
right.
perpetual state of
Yeah,
denial, doors closing all around us,
right,
right?
right, right.
But what I also want to kind of acknowledge, I have had the privilege, Brother Vaughan, of traveling to
Yeah,
several parts of the world.
yeah, man.
So I'm not limited to
Right,
Georgia. I'm not limited to Delaware. I've been
right.
across the country, but I've also been at places across the world, around the
Yes, sir.
world. I've been
Yes,
to
sir.
Israel. I've been able to
Yeah.
speak to elected officials in
Yes, sir.
Israel.
Yes,
I've
sir.
been to Accra, Ghana, and I've been able to
Wow.
sit and speak with elected officials in Accra,
Yeah.
Ghana.
Yes, sir.
On Later this year, I will be going to Kihancha, Kenya,
Ah,
and being able to speak to pastors there, leaders there. We are actually building
yeah.
uh, a a school, a facility for
Oh, wow.
married businessmen with
Oh, wow.
families there in Kihancha, Kenya. Shout
Wow.
out to
Wow.
our pastor friend, Thomas Gasabo, who is actually donating land to
Yes,
remain to
sir.
be able to erect a structure there
Yeah.
so that
Yeah.
we can address the needs of men in Kihancha. I
Yes, sir.
mentioned all of that because I want to challenge one of the statements that you made.
Yes,
And I
sir.
understand it because there's a level of truth to it, but
Yes,
it's a
sir.
level of truth that I want to expose other areas
Yeah,
about.
please, please.
And
Yes, sir.
that is the fact that we are without opportunity in this country.
Yes,
In
sir.
this country, we have significant opportunity
Yeah.
juxtaposed and in comparison to places like Accra, Ghana, places like Kihancha, Kenya,
Right.
places like Israel,
Mm-hmm.
where they are at war even as we speak, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Places like Nigeria that is under constant threat. So,
Yeah.
in comparison to those
Yeah.
places, we
Yeah.
don't really know struggle. We
Right.
don't know struggle in comparison to those places.
Right.
Did our forefathers and foremothers experience the torment of the enslavement of
Mm-hmm.
African people, without
Mm-hmm.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Did our forefathers, the Martin Kings of the world, the Malcolm
Mm-hmm.
X's of the world,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? The Jesse
Mm-hmm.
Jackson, shout out to my
Yeah.
man, Jesse
Yeah.
Jacksons of the
Yeah.
world, right?
Powerful.
Who gave their lives
Yes, sir.
literally for the
Yeah.
sake of making sure that Kevin Vaughan and Donald
Yeah.
Morton and
Yeah.
others had the opportunities that we have today.
Yes, sir. Yes,
We
sir.
are living in the best time in history, right? And so
Yes, sir.
we have an obligation to
Yeah.
take advantage of the opportunities that
Yeah.
are now being presented to us. The challenge was not and is not the fact that we don't have opportunities, Brother Vaughn. The
Yes, sir.
challenge is that we aren't aware of them, right?
Right.
So
Right.
America, right, is the
Yeah.
one of the only countries in the world, my guy, where you
Yeah.
can go to bed at 11:53 and
Yeah.
file paperwork with the
Yeah.
government and wake
Yeah.
up at 12:01 with a new business.
Right.
Right, we
Right.
can start
Right.
business in this
That's
country.
right.
We
That's right.
there's a whole lot that we can do in this country. So the goal
Yep.
and the role I think you and I play
Yep.
is to make brothers aware of all of the
Yeah.
opportunities that
There you
exist
go.
so
That's
that
it.
they have choice around
Yeah.
what they
Yeah.
want to do. They
Yeah.
don't have to choose a life of crime. They don't have to choose selling drugs. They
Yeah.
don't have to choose prostituting women. They don't have
Right.
to choose trafficking women. They don't
Right.
have to choose any of that. There
That's right.
are other options. But if you and I never tell them and make
That's
them
right.
aware of
Yeah.
the other options that are available, they'll
Yeah.
think there's a truncated path
Right.
for their
Right.
success. And the truth is,
Right. Right.
there is a wide path to their
Yeah. Yeah.
success. All they have
Absolutely.
to do is become aware of it. And I think
Yeah.
that's the responsibility that you and
Oh,
I have and what you're
brilliant.
doing every single day on your podcast.
That is brilliant, Mr. Morton. You're absolutely right because you're talking about root cause now, really root
Yes.
cause areas. Yeah, for sure. Matter of fact, I was just thinking about growing up. I grew up in Poughkeepsie, New York, upstate New York, Brother Morton, and I was thinking about the library. Man, the library was in our city, but guess what? I wasn't pushed to be in there all the time.
That's right. That's
You know
right.
what? Everything we could have learned in the library, man, had somebody told me to just be in there at least once a week or something, maybe.
Yes.
I could have. It would have been. Well, it was a pretty good pathway I'm on now. But my point is, I would have learned a lot more probably.
Yes.
But
Yes.
part of the area is also having somebody to push you in that area, properly.
Absolutely.
That's the key. Now, my parents did a great job. As a matter of fact, I look back and said, man, they did the best they could.
Yes. Yes.
But they never told me to be in the library once a week either, and they didn't really tell me to do a lot of reading, which they told me to read, of course, but not a lot, just to do
Yes.
a lot of stuff. So we thank God for our parents. But you're right, man. You're hitting on some. I wrote down too, ladies and gentlemen. And for those who are just joining us, man, this is an honor to have Brother Donald Morton on ReManned, with me today. But information, right? Information we were held from, and also knowledge as well. But at some point, man, I have to take charge. That's the part that we have to help men on. At some point,
Absolutely.
I had to take charge, as you know, but I didn't do it by myself. I had a lot of people to help me do that. So yeah, you hit on some root cause areas, and I appreciate you, man, for bringing that up. That is so powerful. So now, Brother Donald, we're talking about the why, man. You're really hitting the why, because I'm starting to teach the why. Why do we even do all this, Brother Donald? Why is ReManned even coming and doing what it does, man? Let's talk about the why a little bit, please.
Yeah, man. I'd like to introduce a new thought, right? And
Yeah, yeah,
it's not mine. It's not it
hmm
actually comes from my wife who actually heard it
yeah.
said at a conference that she was in.
Oh, I love it.
We often talk about why, and I'm going to talk about that in a moment.
Yeah,
But I'd like to introduce a new thought and talk about when. When did it
yeah,
become necessary for
yeah,
me to do the work that I am doing now?
yeah.
And it was when my father left me three times. For
Mm,
then those that know my story, he is my absolute hero. I am named after my dad. He
yeah,
was Edward Donald Morton Sr. I am Edward Donald Morton Jr.
I love it.
And everybody calls me Donald because everybody called
I
him
love
Donald when he was
it.
alive, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Donald means world ruler.
Oh, I
So
love
I
it.
am called to the nations. I
Yeah.
cannot escape the call of my name to the
Yes, sir.
nations, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And My father and my mom had a tumultuous relationship, Brother Vaughan. I mean, my mom and
Yes, sir.
he and my mom fought every weekend. They
Yes,
drank
sir.
every single weekend.
Yes, sir.
Um, and my dad was he was not the most affectionate cat, right? My father
Yeah.
was a football guy. He was gonna
Yeah.
watch football, and spending time with me really wasn't on his list of priorities. But a
Right.
good dude. My dad was a
Oh,
phenomenal dude,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Exactly.
And so he was emotionally absent, right?
Hmm.
He was present in the house. And I need brothers to understand
Yeah. There you go.
that it's possible for you to be physically present
Yeah.
and emotionally absent. It's
Right.
possible for you to be connected
Ooh.
physically. You paying all the bills, you're doing,
Yeah.
what you think what you're supposed to do. And
Yeah.
I get it. The goalposts move
Yeah.
all the time,
Yeah.
right? First they
Yeah.
tell us
Yeah.
have a good job, take care of the family. Now they're
Yeah.
telling you to be emotionally supportive
Right.
and have emotional intelligence. You don't know what the
Yeah.
hell that is. So I
Right.
get it, right? So
Yeah.
brothers are confused about what it is society wants from us.
Yep.
So he was physically present, man, but he was emotionally absent.
Right. Yeah.
And then he and my mom had
Ooh.
such a volatile relationship that
Yeah.
he moved from Delaware. I'm a young boy at this time. He moves
Yes, sir.
from Delaware to Long Beach, California. Now, I knew
Hmm.
enough about geography to know that you can't go any further than
Yeah.
California from Delaware. Delaware,
Yeah.
you right, Delaware
Yeah.
is on the East Coast, California all the way on the West Coast. And so I thought he was trying to get away from me. I'm a little
Right.
boy, right?
Yeah.
And so
Right.
I didn't really understand until I was
No.
much
No, we didn't.
older, that
Yeah.
he and my mom couldn't get along. My mom was
Yeah.
trying to protect me. My dad was trying to protect himself
Yeah.
because what
Yeah.
my mom would tell when she was
Ooh.
alive, she would always say, "Baby, I was the abuser. Your dad wasn't the abuser. I abused your father," right?
Mm.
And so he moves to California. So he was emotionally absent. He left me the first time because he was emotionally absent. He left
Right.
me the second time because he physically left me,
Right.
right? He was
Yeah.
physically absent.
Yeah.
And then when he's in California, Brother Vaughan, um, he and my mother decide to reconcile. I'm a happy little
Hmm.
boy,
Hmm.
and he's on his way home, and I remember going to school
Yeah.
as a little boy, and my mom saying to me, "Hey, son, when you get home from school, I'm gonna take you to the movies." Movies was the big thing. The
Yeah.
drive-in
Exactly.
movie was the big thing back then, right?
Yeah.
So she
Yes,
was gonna
sir.
take me to the drive-in movie, and so I
Yeah.
spent all day looking at the clock, for that
Yeah.
bell to
Yeah.
ring, so
Exactly.
that I could get
Yeah.
home and go to the movie.
Yeah.
And I walk in the door. I'm excited, Brother Vaughn.
Yeah.
My mom's in tears,
Mm.
and I'm saying, "What's
Yeah.
going on?" And it
Right.
hit me in my gut
Right.
immediately. I'm a little boy, so I'm saying, "We're not going
Yeah.
to the movies."
Mm.
And she said, "No, son, we're not going to the movies."
Mm.
I said, "What the heck?" Because my
Right.
mom was a
Right.
mom. She was a woman of her word. When she gave you
Right.
a word,
Yeah.
it was as good as gold, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I said, "Well, why are we not going to the movie?" She said, "Son,
Right.
your father died."
Mm. Wow.
So I need you to hear me, Brother Vaughn. I need every brother to hear me.
Yeah.
My father died a week
Mm.
before he's due to come home.
Mm.
So listen to me. He
Yes,
left
sir.
me emotionally because he
Yeah.
wasn't connected. He left me physically,
Yeah.
geographically, because he moves all the way across the country. And then
Right.
he leaves me eternally. Three
Right.
separate times,
Right.
my father disappointed me. Shout
Right.
out to every brother who don't
Yeah.
even know his father. Do you know
Right.
what it is
Right.
to know your father and
Ooh.
in your own mind be rejected on three separate times,
Right. Right.
right?
Yeah.
I remember sitting at the funeral, Brother Vaughn,
Yes,
on the
sir.
front row, and I'm not crying. My mom's crying. My sister's a fainter. So my
Right. Right.
sister's fainting. My mom's crying.
Yeah.
My aunts and
Yeah.
uncles are,
Yeah.
are saying to me, my
Yeah.
nickname was Buddy. So they said to
Yeah.
me, Buddy, it's
Yeah.
okay to cry. It's okay.
Right.
I said, cry for what?
Right. Right.
That man left me.
Right.
I wasn't angry about the time that he didn't spend me with in the house. At least I could see him. I
Right.
wasn't even angry about the time that he left the house to move to California. My mom was
Yeah.
abusing him. What
Right.
I what I did get angry about is the fact
Yeah.
that you left me eternally
Right.
ill-equipped to
Yeah.
handle life as a
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So as a
Yeah.
man, I don't know how to talk to women. As a
Right.
man, nobody talked to me about sex. As a
Right.
man, no one talked to me about how to stand up as a man. So I
Yeah.
grew up passive. I grew
Yeah.
up not really understanding and having an awkward relationship with women. I
Right.
grew up with no one really teaching me the principles of manhood and responsibility, so on and so
Hmm.
forth. Now, shout out
Hmm.
to my mom, Brother Vaughan. She was
Yeah.
great. My
Yeah.
mom was great, but
Yes,
she
sir.
couldn't teach me to be a man.
No,
And
sir.
for every sister out there that celebrates themselves on Father's Day, you missing the
Yeah.
boat. You could never be on your best day. You could never be a dad.
Right.
And so, and so, time goes on, and my grandma
Yeah.
contacts my mom years later, and she finds a letter by
Mm.
my dad
Wow.
to my grandma when he was alive.
Yeah.
And I'd never heard my dad say, "I love you."
Right. Yeah,
Say,
I know. Yeah,
all the things
exactly.
that got right. Like
Yeah, all the things.
I had never
Right.
heard any of that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And my my mom read a letter to me. And
Come
in
on now.
amongst a lot of stuff that's in that letter, here's what my
Yeah.
dad said.
Wow.
This is why he's my hero, man. I
Yeah.
learned
Yeah.
transparency from him. This is the reason
Yeah.
why he's my hero.
Yeah.
He said in the letter, "Hey, how's my son, mom?"
Mm.
Then he said this, Brother Vaughn, I'll never forget it. It
Come on.
still makes my heart beat.
Yeah.
That dude said, "Tell him I loved him.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just don't know how to be a dad."
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Tell my
That's
son I
powerful.
love him.
I love.
I,
There
I
you go.
love him.
There
I
you
love
go,
him.
Brother D.
I
There you
just
go.
don't know how
Absolutely.
to be a
Absolutely.
dad. He never
Right.
knew his father.
Right.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
And I got
That
a
part.
chance to meet my biological
Yeah.
grandfather when my dad didn't have an opportunity to meet his biological father. I knew
Yeah.
something about him that he didn't even know. When my
Right.
father went into the military, guess what, man? Imagine the trauma. I'm trying to help
Right.
brothers understand the trauma.
Yeah. Right.
Like Brother Vaughn and I get you.
Yeah.
So when you
Yeah.
make these
Yeah.
decisions have a backdrop. They have a
Right.
history. They have a
Right.
story, right?
Right.
So my father, Brother Vaughn, that
Yes,
dude
sir.
goes into the military, signs up for
Yeah.
the military,
Yeah.
and finds out his name ain't even what he thought it was.
Wow. Yeah.
He knew himself as Donald Surratt. His real
Right.
name was Edward Donald Morton.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, man.
Can you imagine the disruption in
Right.
identity?
Yes.
When you
Yes.
go to sign up and you're confident about who you are, and
Yeah.
then everything is thrown into chaos with you
Yeah.
not even knowing your own name.
Right.
For that man to show up and say, "I didn't know how to be a dad.
Wow.
I loved you as best I could. I didn't know
Yeah.
how to be a
Yeah.
dad."
That part.
And so there are many brothers that are watching you and I right now, Brother
Yeah.
Vaughn.
Yeah.
They don't know how to be, and that's why my dad is my hero.
Right.
Like the dude
Yeah.
recognize the vulnerability to say, "I love my son." Stop
Yeah.
telling people these men
Right.
don't love their
Right.
children. They love their
Right.
children. They
Right.
don't know how to
Right.
navigate
Right.
all the things that come
Right.
with adversity. You and
Yeah.
I'm wondering whether or not you've ever heard of this book. It's called "Doing the Best I Can." And
Mm.
in that book, Brother Vaughn, you're a
Yes, sir.
reader, right? So in
Yes,
that
sir.
book, it addresses this research that was done in Philly, I think in Jersey and some other
Mm-hmm.
places
Mm-hmm.
about
Mm-hmm.
men
Wow.
who were having children and then abandoning their children. It
Right.
was at least perceived abandonment of their children, right?
Right.
And
Right. Right.
it was written on the heels of a documentary that was done in the 80s
Yeah.
called I forget what that documentary, The Invisible Black Family or something like that in the
Mm-hmm.
80s,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay. Okay.
And in that documentary, they were talking with a particular guy and they said, "What do you do uh when you're not there for your children. He had like 4 or 5 women pregnant at the same time.
Right.
And so they were saying, you're not going to take care of your kids, you're not going to take. He's like, nah. And he said, well, why? Like what? He said, the government will do what I won't do.
Wow.
They
Yeah.
took that one
Right.
statement by that one man that in no
Yeah.
way
Right.
represented all
Right.
men, but they
That's
took
right.
that one statement by that
That's
one
right.
man, Brother Vaughan,
That's right.
and they made an entire movement out of it,
Right. Right.
right? To say all black men are bad,
Right.
all black
Right.
men don't take care of their families. So
Right.
this book was written in answer to that to try to figure out what was really going on. And here's what they figured out.
Yes, sir.
That it wasn't that they didn't love their children. They figured out that they couldn't navigate the adversity. So they would
Right.
impregnate one
Right.
woman. They would be excited
Right.
that they had a new child on the way, a shorty on the way, my little
Right.
dude's on the way, my
Right.
namesake's on the way, my seed is on the way. So they
Yeah.
would get excited about that.
Yeah.
The seed would come and then life would hit,
Right.
and
Right.
they
Right.
couldn't find a job.
Right.
And they got their woman that's nagging them, and
Right.
their child is crying. They
Right.
don't know anything to do but to say, "Hey, oh, I'm out,"
Right. Right.
because
Right.
they think the problem is the family. So they go
Right.
find another woman, and guess what they do, Brother Vaughn? They
Yep.
impregnate that other woman.
Yep.
And they find out now she's pregnant. Now the
Right.
same issue with a job. Now the same
Yep.
issue with a screaming baby. Now the same
Yep.
issue with Pampers. And guess what? They
Yep.
said, man, look, I got to get out of here. And they go
Right.
find another woman. Guess what they do? It's
Right.
a cycle.
Yes, it is,
And
sir.
the only way that the cycle is broken, which is the reason why we introduce ReManned,
Yeah.
is because you interrupt
Wow.
the cycle by
Yeah.
giving them the tools to handle
Right.
adversity.
There you go. There you go.
Right. And
Yep. There
so,
you
and
go.
so we are a no excuse
Yep.
organization. We
That's right.
understand that there are epigenic kind of things,
Right.
epigenic kinds of things
Right.
that happen with men, passed
Right.
down through the bloodline, things that
Right.
we didn't do.
Yeah.
Like the things that my dad did were passed down,
Yeah.
right? The things that my great grandfather did that I don't even know was passed down.
Yeah.
Struggling with generational curses are
Right.
real.
Right.
So while those things are not my fault, me
Right.
to the elevation of my life is my responsibility.
That's right.
Enters
Right.
ReManned, the
Wow.
ability to hold men accountable for their own
Yeah.
rise. I'll say
Right.
this and then I'll be done with this part, man.
Yes, sir.
This is probably one of the only times you'll hear me quote George Bush. But George Bush had a famous quote when he was talking about no child left behind. He said that you and I and others that have air quote
Yeah.
made it
Yeah.
function by what's called the soft bigotry of low expectations.
Right. Right.
So what you and I don't do
Yeah.
well is
Right.
we make excuses for men. So
Right.
what happens is we keep them low
Right.
because it's a bigoted response to say that they can't make it, they can't
Right.
rise, they can't be
Right.
educated, they can't
Right.
grow. That's a
Right.
bigoted response,
Right.
which is a soft bigotry because it's not overt.
Yeah.
It's undercover,
Right.
right? So in our educational institutions, when they tell a young boy, well, we know that you can't make it. They told Malcolm X, right?
Right.
Work with your hands. He said, I want to be a lawyer. He said, no,
Right.
you can't
Right.
be a lawyer. Choose something
Wow.
that is right. Soft
Yeah.
bigotry of low
Yeah.
expectation,
Yeah.
disguised as
Yeah.
someone caring enough to
Yeah.
give you realistic expectations.
Yeah.
And this is
Yeah.
what you and I know. When you
Yes, sir.
give a brother no ceiling, he'll
Right.
rise.
Oh, yeah.
We are
Absolutely.
brilliant.
Every time. Every
Every
time.
single time we're gonna
Yep.
rise, right?
That's
And
exactly
so
right,
what
sir.
I'm calling brothers to do inside Remain is to get married because
Yeah.
marriage stabilizes,
Right.
right? Marrying the right woman stabilizes. Marrying the
Yeah.
wrong woman destabilizes, but marrying
Right.
the right woman stabilizes.
Mm-hmm.
Developing a family gives you purpose,
Yeah.
having an assignment that is larger than you, like building a business.
Yeah.
I help men bring
Yeah.
all of that into one life so he
Yeah.
masters it all at the same time.
Oh, man, this is brilliant, man. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, we're talking to men all across the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, about ReManned, CEO and founder, Mr. Donald Morton. Matter of fact, I had to bring this brother up here, man. This is powerful right here, man. I
I'm
am
a
a man.
man.
Yes, sir. Now you notice, guys, he didn't say I was a black man. He says I am a man. So please
Absolutely.
understand that I'm a man. Brother Morton's a man. Every
Yes.
man on the planet is a man. I don't care what your ethnicity is and color
Yes.
is. It don't matter. Yeah, you are a male species, if you will. You
Yes.
are of the human race, a male, according
Yes.
to the Creator, and that's who we go by. Please
Yes.
understand that. Okay, there's only male and female. So
Yes.
my opinion, that's just my opinion, but it's also the creator's opinion. So that's
Yes.
what we go with. So I love this brother. I don't know his name, but I always remember this sign. I am a man. And that's what every man on the planet is still looking for. Is that,
Absolutely.
and as you know, brother Donald, is that all we want is respect, man.
Absolutely.
The top,
Absolutely.
the number one top area for any area of a man's life is respect me as a
Absolutely.
man, and I'll give you the
Absolutely.
moon, I'll give you Pluto, whatever I
Absolutely.
got to do. Uh, no doubt about it. I am a living witness of that word right there. And I think most men out there will say, yeah, give me respect. Man, we got to come back for part two on this one, man, because this is
Yes.
very serious to me and very needed as well. If you would, let's do a commercial break. How can folks get in touch with you? I understand you also got a podcast, man. Tell us all about how people can contact you as well.
Yeah, man. I can be reached on all social media
Yeah,
platforms. I am Don Morton. And
his website.
on Instagram,
Yeah,
on TikTok, Facebook,
yeah, yeah,
everything is I am Don Morton.
yeah,
The website is weareremanned.com.
yeah.
And we also want to highlight that Remand has diversion services for the
Ah,
guys who are
yeah,
trying to avoid
yeah,
going to jail and have
yeah,
court mandated
yeah,
responsibilities, the anger
yeah.
management,
Right.
parenting, values clarification, substance abuse, those kinds
Yeah,
of things.
yeah,
We have a team of certified professionals
yeah,
that will walk a man through
yeah,
those different things that the court mandates him to take so that
yeah.
he can not go to jail. But we're not just interested in a man not going to jail. We're
Right,
interested in a man's transformation,
right.
right?
Absolutely. Yeah,
So that he becomes the man that doesn't go to jail, right?
right,
So it's
right.
not
Yeah,
just a
yeah,
way for him to avoid
yeah.
something.
Absolutely.
Um,
If
so
if
so yes, sir. So that
yeah,
is that's where everyone can
yeah,
find me,
yeah. There you go,
and
guys.
for their willingness to really do some great
Yeah,
work. We
yeah.
are also training, hopefully by the end of the year, 1,000 men to be
Wow.
certified character arc trainers. That is our signature science and proprietary process
Yeah,
that helps men that want to train other men learn
yeah,
our system that is
yeah.
proven and evidence based to be able to
Mhm.
get a man where he's supposed to be. So those are the ways that we
Wow.
are working right now.
Oh, I love it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to push this out. Check it out, okay? There's a website right there, weareremand.com. Check it out first, but also, guys, I want at least 500 men, at least 500 men around the globe to contact Remand, guys, okay? Weareremand.com. And just learn some more, whatever you can do to support, right? Whatever you have questions and things for his team, Brother Donald's team as well, on top of that. Well, Don, I want to give you some final thoughts there and takeaways and any call to action for us, man? We got a few more minutes here. Thank you so much.
My spiritual father, Brother Vaughan, says this one phrase that I think encapsulates what
Yeah.
you and I believe.
Yes, sir.
The strength of every nation
Yes, sir.
is determined by the male population.
Come on now. There you
That
go.
what is happening in our society, the corruption, the chaos that is happening in our society is a mirrored image
Yeah.
of what's
Yeah.
happening
Right.
internally with every
That's right.
man.
That's right.
So if we want to fix what's happening out here, we got to help men fix what's happening in here.
That's right.
And that is the work that I will do for the rest of my life, that I'm
Yeah.
encouraging every single man
Yeah.
to do for the
Yeah.
rest of his.
Yeah.
The overall purpose of every man is to integrate. It is to
Yes.
come to this place to stand and live at the intersection of life, leadership, and legacy, so
Mm-hmm.
that his personal life, his family life, and his business life are all in sync, and that he's able to produce outcomes and fruit that would not otherwise be produced if he had not come in contact with the work of
Mm-hmm.
ReManned.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm excited to
Yeah.
see the
Woo. Wow.
transformations that have
Yeah.
happened in the
Yeah.
lives of brothers that we have reached. We have reached thousands across the
Yeah.
world, around the
Yeah.
world, but my
Yeah.
goal is to reach millions. If the
Yeah.
Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, I don't care what
Yeah.
anybody thinks about
Right.
him, no matter to
Yeah.
me, but I
Right.
will tell you this, the man got a million of us on the mall.
Right. Right.
And I respect it. I
Yeah.
respect it. If he
Absolutely.
can get a
Absolutely.
million of us on the mall in one
Yeah.
day, most definitely I can get a
Yeah.
million of us around the world
Yeah.
in one lifetime. And so that
Absolutely.
is my goal. My goal is a million plus men around the world, all
Yeah.
functioning as ReManned men,
Right.
so that my legacy will be when Donald Morton transitions and leaves this world, he lived his life for the
Yeah.
betterment of mankind.
Yeah.
Not not
Yeah.
not just
Right.
mankind generally, but for
Right.
men, the kind
Yeah.
of men that our
Yes.
world genuinely needs.
Oh, I love it, man. What a great legacy goal for sure. No doubt about that. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited about having Mr. Donald Morton, ladies and gentlemen, CEO and founder of ReManned. I want you guys to check him out. Okay, everything's online. His bio's there as well. But also, too, Brother Don, I want all my colleagues around the globe, if you got a podcast, television network, matter of fact, even the ladies, there's some ladies who want to help men as well, right? In the right way
Yes.
as well. So, ladies, if you have a podcast, television network, or any type of digital platform, please bring in Mr. Morton as well to talk about ReManned, because some women are asking, what can we do? Where can we send
Yes.
these brothers? We got men in our families that want help, but we can't help them. Women can't
Yes.
help a man. They can help them
Yes.
up to a point, but we need other men involved. So thank you so much for that time there today, Brother Donald. We got to bring you back, man, because I wrote down some notes. We got to talk about mindset. No doubt
Yes.
about that. We got to talk about the importance of mentors, coaches,
Yes.
and other key men in our lives
Yes.
that help us grow as well. No doubt about it, man.
100%.
This has been great. This is great. Guys, this is one of my best topics because manhood is what is needed each and every day in our lives. I'm working on me, Brother Donald, every day.
Yes,
Every
sir.
day.
Yes, sir.
Man, I tell you, I got a great coach, man. Can't wait for you to meet Dr. Larry Carnes, man. He's been teaching me about the power of transformation and the optimum return. But he talks about what has to work, what I have to do to get me where I need to be. And the thing is,
Absolutely.
as you probably know, Brother Donald, everything I needed to get better on is inside of me, man.
Absolutely.
Everything.
100%.
It's amazing, man. The power of transformation is so real, folks. And then also, we got to talk about the spiritual journey, the spiritual side too, next time as well,
Absolutely.
Brother Donald. As you know, we both have that experience and continue to experience that every day as well. So we'll do that at another time of your schedule as well. So thank you so much for your time today, man.
Thank you,
Incredible.
man. I really
Wow.
appreciate you. And
Yeah.
I cannot leave without shouting out my dear friend, Dr.
Yeah.
Leroy McKenzie Jr.,
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
made all of this possible. So this
Yeah.
connection that you and I now share
Yeah. Yeah.
happens through him, and I want
Yeah.
to honor and appreciate him.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Doc. Appreciate you so much, Dr. Leroy McKenzie. Can't wait. Matter of fact, we interviewed him recently, and he's part of the network. This is part of the Men Let's Talk network, and it's all about bringing us all together and expressing ourselves in the ways that men can grow, be strengthened, and also be mentored all around the globe, guys. So I'm excited about that. So, guys, everybody, also the women that are listening, share this with the men in your families. Matter of fact, Brother Don, we got to talk to our young men too as well, young adults.
Absolutely.
They need a lot of help, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
So we're going to reach out to them a little bit more. But our young adults that are listening, young male adults right now, I want you guys to get involved as well. Give us a call there as well. And again, give them a call. Give Brother Donald a call and check him out here, and also set up some time as well on top of that. Wow, this is great. Well, Brother Donald, anything else? You good?
No, nothing else, man.
Right.
Thank you
All
again
right.
for having me. Looking forward
Wow.
to returning, and thank you
Yeah.
for all the work that you do.
Oh, thank you.
It's necessary. Every joint
Yeah.
supplies, right? So we all get an opportunity to
Yeah.
supply something for the betterment of mankind. So thank you for all the work you do.
Oh, thank you so much for your special time today, man. I'm excited. Hold on a minute as we get ready to close out too as well, if you don't mind. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Kevin Vaughan, CEO and founder of the Men Let's Talk Network. I'm talking to the CEO and founder, along with his wonderful colleagues as well, and co-founders, Mr. Donald Morton, ladies and gentlemen, of ReManned. Ladies and gentlemen, ReManned.com is the website. weareremand.com is the website. Want to highly recommend. Please share this out, guys, on all your social media platforms. I want at least 500 men from around the globe or more to contact us if you guys want to talk as well. Everything is confidential. We have a confidential system as well, guys, so don't think your stuff's going to be all over the place. So we have that in place as well for you. But our goal is to just come together, share, and just hear your voice, right? Hear what you want to do. Matter of fact, if you want to come on the podcast, let us know. We'll be glad to talk to you as well, right? On top of that. So I'm excited about that. And also too, Brother Donald, hopefully in the future, man, we can do a panel discussion on some key topics of your choice too as well. So we can talk to some other brothers as well and get their perspectives and also their successes on how they were able to get to where they're at. I love it. Matter of fact, I got a quick story real quickly. We went years ago, we did brothers retreat, and we got down to the nitty gritty. We had a brother that didn't like his father, man, didn't like him at all for whatever reason, but his father was dead. But we put a chair in front of him and told him to talk to his dad. What would you say to your dad today? That was so powerful, man. I never forgot that. And that released him from his dad, man, that, never had the situation, never had the conversations. So we told him, just talk to your dad, man, as if he was right in front of you. That was powerful, man, for him. It was powerful for us because we saw it too as well. But those are the type of areas you're talking about. And that's called deep dive emotions, deep dive solutions as well.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
I love it, man. Powerful. So thank you so much for that. And that's what it's all about, guys. We're not doing this on top of the sugarcoating stuff. We're not sugarcoating stuff no more, folks. We got to get to the root cause, and then we got to fix the root cause to the best of our ability. Yeah, powerful day. I love it. Hey, guys, as my mentor would say real quickly, remember to always out-love, out-serve, and out-forgive each other. And there's nothing you can't do together, guys. Appreciate your time. Brother Donald, man, this has been great. Again, thank you so much for your time today, man.
Thank you,
Appreciate
man.
you. Hey, guys, don't forget to share this out on all your social media platforms. And we'll see you next time on Power Connections with Kevin Vaughan and my great guest today, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Donald Morton. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Again, very important, ladies and men, share this out on all your social media platforms. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Appreciate you guys. Take care. Have a great day, everybody. Appreciate you so much.